is NUR ID IZZATI binti HAMZAH. My metric number is 100308, and this is my presentation for KMK2533 Fundamentals of Data Mining assignment. For this project, I used Power BI to analyze data set related to obesity and lifestyle habits. My goal was to clean, transform, and visualize the data to find meaningful insight. So, for the introduction, obesity is a serious health problem worldwide. It can lead to disease like diabetes, heart problems, and more. In this project, I explore a dataset that includes information like age, gender, weight, and eating habits and physical activity levels. So, I will use Power BI to understand the patterns and create an interactive dashboard. So, I will start for the data cleaning process. The data cleaning process was conducted using the Power Query editor in Power BI. The first step was to remove any blank rows that could interface with the accuracy of visualization. This was done using the remove blank rows. The remove blank rows function under the Home tab in Power Query. Next, the data was checked for the duplicates, which means for duplicates, although none were found, and the remove duplicates option was used on all columns as a precaution. And the next step involved adjusting the data types to ensure proper functional and numerical fits such as age, height, weight, and FAF, and also NCP were set to the decimal number type, while categorical fields such as gender, FAVC, and no base stat were set to the text. Any missing values in critical fields like gender, age, or weight were filtered out to ensure that only valid integers were used in analysis. I also added BMI column using a formula and grouped age into 4 categories, which is teen, young adult, adult, and senior. These changes help make the analysis clearer and more meaningful. So let's move to implementation, which is I use tag column chart. The column chart using by obesity levels by gender. This chart was created to compare how obesity categories are distributed across male and female individuals. The gender field was placed on the x-axis, while the no bias stat field was used at the legend to display different obesity categories. The values used were counts of record, so each bar represents how many people of the gender fall into each obesity level, and this chart provides a quick visual comparison of obesity rates between genders. The second column that I use is donut chart, which is obesity level distribution. The donut chart was used to visualize the proportion of people in each obesity category. No bias stat field was used as the legend, and the values represented the count of records. This visual help user understand which obesity levels are most common in the dataset, provides a high-level overview of the distribution. And the third one is line chart, which is we will see count of BMI by age. This line chart shows the number of individuals for each BMI value across different age. Which is the age field is used on the x-axis, and the count of BMI is used on the y-axis. The purpose of this chart is to observe how BMI values are distributed across age groups and to identify which age have more individuals with recorded BMI data. The chart helps us understand if obesity-related patterns are more common in certain age range. Although this chart doesn't show average BMI, it still gives an idea which age groups are more represented in the dataset based on BMI records. For the next chart, I use scatter plot, which we will see physical activity versus weight. The scatter plot was created to explore the relationship between physical activity and body weight. In this chart, the FAF field meaning for frequency of physical activity per week is placed on the x-axis, and weight is placed on the y-axis. Each dot on the chart represents one person in the data set. By looking at where the dots are positioned, we can observe if there's a visible pattern or trend. So the last chart I use is matrix chart, which is average week by high calorie food consumption. This chart was used to compare the average weight of people based on whether or not they frequently consume high-calorie food. In this chart, the FABC field, which stands for frequent consumption for high-calorie food, was placed in the row. It contains two values, which is yes and no. For the values, the average of the week field was used. This means the chart shows the average weight of those who answer yes and those who answer no to the FABC question. The purpose of this visual is to see whether people who regularly eat high-calorie food tend to have a higher body weight. Based on the result, the chart showed that individuals who answer yes to eating high-calorie food frequently had a higher average which compared to those who answer no. This supports the idea that frequent consumption of high-calorie food may contribute to weight gain or obesity. So, here is my interactive dashboard. I arranged all 5 charts in a clean layout and added slicer for gender, age group, and obesity level. This allows users to explore the data easily by filtering specific groups, and the dashboard helps people understand how different factors affect obesity. For the conclusion, this project helped me learn how to clean and analyze data, create visuals, and build an interactive dashboard in Power BI. I found it interesting to see how lifestyle factors like exercise and food choices are related to obesity. So that's all from me. Thank you.